Then has he received the final offer?
So the employee registration he has received, but not yet the offer letter.
Okay. And yeah, is there anyone who has like not received the mail for the further process? Do you know anyone like his name is there in the selection list, but he's not received any like mail communication. In electronics, there are two, three students are there. Means their name is there, but they are not received any like uh, that welcome mail they received, but for the next process, like to upload the document and all that mail they are not received. Is there any such cases in IT?
Sir, even I did not get that employee registration yet.
No, your case is different. You are at one more level, no? Okay, so you will get that is your 7.5 will be fixed. That is you no need to worry because it is already there, no, in the selection list with the 7.5 it is mentioned. So you are proceeded to next round. I think no one is there from IT. And what about is there Pujita? Pujita Varade. I think she has completed because her interview was rescheduled. Okay. So in the last class we discussed about security testing, compatibility testing. Okay. So these are all the types of system testing. Okay. So today we'll have a discussion on performance testing, load testing. Okay. Yeah. Is my screen visible? Yes. Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this is one of the very important topic that is performance testing. Performance testing is very important for any software application. Okay. So performance like generally suppose even if we buy any laptop, okay, any mobile phone, okay, or any electronic device, I mean, generally we see the performance like any vehicle, okay. So we mainly focus on the performance. Like if you consider the laptop, just let me know. In laptop means how you relate this performance. Yes, anyone? How you relate the performance? Yes, Abhijit Mali. Abhijit. Yes, Abhijit, roll number 35. Prasad Saitwal. Prasad. Yes, Madhuri.
So speaking of the performance, we can relate to the parameters such as the RAM and the processor in the laptop.
Okay, in laptop means we can consider RAM, then storage device like hard disk and all. Okay. In the mobile phone also like the memory. Okay, 8 GB RAM memory, 4 GB RAM memory. Okay, so the performance means if the more the RAM your mobile will operate faster. Okay, so performance testing is very important for any software testing application, and it is a process used for the testing the speed, response time, and stability, reliability, scalability, and resource usage of the software application under a particular workload. Okay. So how it responds whenever we open any application. So how it the response time, stability, how secure it is, reliability, how it is easy to use, scalability, how we can like extend the scalability resource usage of the software application under a particular load. So performance testing is mainly to identify and eliminate the performance bottleneck in the software application. Means any such bottleneck means any like defects, okay, or any problem we need to eliminate to improve the performance of the software application. So it is a subset of the performance engineering and also known as performance testing. So in performance testing, mainly it checks the software program for the speed, like how it responds quickly, the scalability, stability. Even speed means like in the internet also. Like suppose if we like go for any application, like how it responds quickly. Okay, suppose if I type IRCTC. Okay, so we can just check like how it is. See, it is taking some time processing. Okay, so in this way we need to calculate means the speed, because there are some websites are there. It takes more time. Continuously you have to click, and sometimes when you check your results and all, like in the JE or any state CET after the 12th. Okay, we'll check the result because there are lakhs together people, they log in at the same time. Okay, then it won't respond quickly. Okay, and scalability refers to the maximum user load the software application can handle. Okay, okay, how many users, like in your Moodle. Okay, it supports at a time, it works fine with around 500 students. Your Moodle software is, college Moodle. It supports more than the means around 1,000 students it supports in the local campus, in the in campus. Okay, but in out of campus access. Okay, out of campus access. So it supports for the around 500 students. It works fine at a time. At a time, they can like work on the Moodle. Okay. So earlier in when we used to conduct the test, mock test and all in the Moodle. Nowadays we are using Google Form. Okay, earlier mock test using the Moodle. Okay, and Moodle it is configuration. I think 16 GB RAM is there. 16 GB RAM and 1 TB or 2 TB hard disk, I think. Okay, so like some questions, like suppose the image questions. Suppose if there is some reasoning question, no? For reasoning questions, like we used to add some like diagrams. Okay, you know the type of reasoning questions. Okay, like you know the type of reasoning questions. So in such cases, no, we used to add the images in the Moodle. Okay, images with some four options. But this image, it takes more time to load. It takes more time to load. Okay, means whenever if there are more number of users, they access the system. If you access the Moodle, the more number of users. Okay, if there are more number of users, they access the Moodle. It takes more time. So that time initially we faced these problems. So the later what we did and here what happens in each page actually we like arranged the question display pattern, like in each page there should be only one question display. Okay, so the students, they used to like click here on this particular option, they used to click Suppose if the B is option correct, okay. Then after that, they used to click on the one more button. What is that? The next button and previous button, right? So again, it was taking more time. So what we thought, like, to display the at least 5 questions on one page. If there are 20 questions are there, no? If there are 20 questions, then earlier it was in one page one question, one page one question. Okay, and if there are 500 people, if they are attending the test, 500 students, it was taking like 500 people. They are clicking the correct option and the next button, so that we like read re like the the question paper display in like the five in one page. There will be a display of 5 questions. So how many pages are required now for 20 questions? 4 pages. Okay. Earlier it was earlier it was 20 pages are required. Okay, means this was working, means as the it was like improved. The performance is like display of the questions, and there was no hanging that particular site. Okay, okay. So this is just one example of performance, how we can improve scalability, how the users can log in at a time. Okay. Now, why do we do performance testing? Why we need? So the features, functionality supported by the software system is not only concern. Okay, the main features, functionalities of the software. It is not only major concern. The software application performance, like response time, is very important. Response time, reliability, resource usage, scalability. All these are matters. Okay, so the performance testing is not find bugs, but to eliminate the performance bottleneck. Okay. So as we discussed, so this particular site, okay, it is improved compared to the like, but this IRCT is no. Have you observed, like, during the while booking Tatkal tickets booking? Okay, we face a more problem. We are unable to log in that time. Okay, and that too nowadays, as there are very less people in the due to the COVID pandemic, there are very less people they are traveling. Okay, but during the in the early days, no, like during the festival and all, the people they used to travel from their working location to their native places during the festival time. So that time it was like means if you have a good internet connection, then only you can able to like book the tickets. Okay, otherwise most of the people they used to face more problem. Even by even to log in also they face more problem, because at a time more number of people they used to log in this site during the tatkal, like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Okay, that particular time, that is time is fixed all over India. Okay, so that time we'll face that such issues, performance issue. Okay, so along with the features and functionality of the software application, performance testing is also very important. Okay, so here there is one mission critical applications like space launch. Okay, space launch program or life saving medical equipment. Okay, for medical equipment, they should be performance tested to ensure that they run for a long period without any deviation. Okay, there should not be any deviation. Okay, they should work in a long period, the medical equipments and all. According to the Dun and Bradstreet, 59% of Fortune's 500 companies experience an estimated 1.6 hours of downtime every week. Considering the average Fortune 500 company with minimum 10,000 employees is paying a $56 per hour labor part downtime cost for such an organization. Okay, means it is a huge loss to the organization. And even like in India only, like so here you there's one more case. Only a 5 minute downtime of Google.com. Means server was down. Okay. On 19th August 2013, it is estimated to cost the search giant as much as 5,45,000 dollars. It is estimated that companies lost sale worth $1,100 per second due to a recent Amazon Web Service outage. I think you people also many times observed, like while logging to any internet banking, like in the SBI and all. Okay, during the evening time or during the night time, we'll face some during their updation, during the update. Okay, we'll face a problem to log in the site. Okay, because they are under means in a maintenance state. Okay. So here in this your syllabus, they are mentioned some the type of performance testing. Okay. So what are the types of performance testing? Load testing. Okay. Check the application's ability to perform under the anticipated user load. The objective is to identify the performance bottleneck before the software application goes live. Okay. Load testing means it is like how the user data, how it handles. Okay, how the it handle the user data, like suppose if you are like uploading some data like your personal details, your resume and all. Okay, so while uploading it sometimes it gives the error if you upload a document with more than the particular size of the file. Okay, so here it depend upon the user load testing, stress testing in all the testing and application under the extreme workloads to see how it handles the high traffic and the data processing. Stress testing means how it handles the high traffic and data processing. The objective is to identify the breaking point of the application. Sometimes it will show no that errors 404, that file not found error and all. Endurance testing, spike testing. The test the software reaction to a sudden large spike in the long generated in a load generated by the user. Spike testing. Okay, you can understand with this particular. Okay, spike testing means as like sudden the increase in the traffic. Okay, and if you just compare with the uh, like uh, like suppose if there is any viral video. Okay, okay, if there is any, so it will be like suddenly the it increase the traffic, suddenly increasing or decreasing the load on a system or software application. So that is spike testing. Okay, spike testing is a type of software performance testing that is done by suddenly increasing or decreasing the load. Okay, suddenly increasing or decreasing the load. Okay, so the load is generated by the huge number of users and the behavior of the system that is observed. The goal of spikes testing is to determine whether the system will fail or survive in case of dramatic changes in the load. Means your software should not crash. Okay, you are developed a particular application and with a heavy traffic. Okay, okay. Sometimes we will get no that error. Okay, so this is just representation, the representation of spike testing. Okay. Volume testing. So volume testing, large number of data is populated in a database. and the overall software system behavior is monitored. Sometimes, no, what happens, you will get a confusion, the difference between the volume testing, stress testing, load testing, performance testing. Okay, see, all these load, stress, spike, endurance, volume testing, these are all type of performance testing. Okay, these are all type of the performance testing. Okay, so we'll see the difference between the load testing, stress testing, and performance testing. Load testing, stress testing, and performance testing. Okay, the one thing is that load testing, stress testing, spike testing, volume testing. Okay, all these are all types of performance testing. These are all types of performance testing, right? Types of the performance testing. Okay. So performance testing is a type of testing for determining the speed of the computer or a network or the device. Okay, as we already know that speed of the a computer, it determines speed of computer, network or device, and also check the performance of the component of a system by passing the different parameters in different load scenario. Okay, different parameters in different load scenario. So the load testing is to is a process that simulates the actual user load on any application. Actual user load on any application or a website. Okay. Load testing is a process that simulates the user load. User load. Okay, user load on any application. Okay, user load on any application or a website. For example, as we already discussed, while booking the tickets, okay, while booking the Tatkal tickets and all, okay, we'll now it is improved, but in the 2 3 years back, okay, we used to face a problem while booking the. It is improved compared to the previous IRCT website. Now it is totally it is improved IRCTC website. Okay. So it checks how the application behaves during the normal and heavy load. Okay. So it is very important. Now this particular site, it is normal now in the normal load. Okay. But in the heavy traffic, okay, when the number of users are, if there are more number of users, they log in at a time. So we need to compare the load during normal load and in the heavy load. Load testing, stress testing is a type of testing that determines the stability and robustness, security. Okay, how strong the application is, robustness of the system. It is a non-functional testing technique, and this technique uses the auto-generated a simulation model that checks all the hypothetical scenarios. So this is the difference between the, I hope it is visible. Okay, performance testing, load testing, and stress testing. So performance testing, it is a superset of load testing and stress testing. Means the load testing, stress testing, volume testing, endurance testing, spike testing. These are all types of performance testing, right? So it is a superset of load and stress, and load testing, it is a subset of the performance testing. Stress testing is also a subset of the performance testing. Okay, so here the performance testing helps to set the benchmark and standard for the application. Okay, there is some standard like this particular application. It is as you know, in a TCS and persistent examination, they have given some standards like minimum standard like 4 GB RAM is required, webcam is required, and particular browser is required. So there is some standard is there to appear for the entrance exam. Okay, in the same way, because this particularly in the first pandemic and all, most of the students they face the problem with the software. Okay, because it was the first time, as most of the students they were giving the test from the home. Okay, the online. Okay, so but it is now improved as your batch. Okay, they are continuously they are worked on all these issues, the performance issue and all. Okay, even though still like we can say the ratio it is improved. Okay, like in 1920, no, during the 1920 batch, the TCS, NQT, and all such exams, almost 50 to 50% students they used to face a problem. Okay, even in the means while they appearing the test from the college. Okay, okay, college, and means they used to face a problem, internet issue and some configuration issue, software configuration with their particular laptop. Okay, then in 2020 it was 100% the people they are given the exam almost. Okay, here around improved it is 70 to 80% people they faced a problem. Okay, but in your batch 21 22 batch it is less. It is like 5 to 10% only the people. No, means this 70 to 80% they are successfully they are completed the test 70 to 80% in the 2021. Okay, in 2022 almost 90 to 90% people. Okay, we can say generally I am telling. Okay, 90% people they are done with the without any facing any problem. Okay, 90% people they are completed successfully. Okay, with the 10% means they maybe there will be a problem from their end because of the internet slow internet connectivity or any hardware issue. Okay, now some 5 to 10% people they face the problem. Okay, means they are improved the performance of their software application. Okay, so there will be set as some standard benchmark. The load testing is to recognize the upper limit of the system. Okay, set the some standard SLA of the app and check how the system can handle the heavy load. Means how many people at a time. Okay, how many people at a time they can appear for the test. That's why they did your dry run test and all. No, like in the dry run, I think you people are appear attended almost 3 hour test in NQT. Just if we consider one example, you people are almost spent 3 hours continuously, and they like it was like testing. It is like a testing before the main exam, and to check how the system behaves under the extreme load and how it recovers from the failure. This is also very important. This volume, this stress testing is there, no? Once if there is any problem and how it recovers from the failure. That is very important. And they should not like, suppose during the test if you people face any problem and you are attempted all the questions like in 100 questions. Okay, and due to some problem heavy load. Okay, you are attempted the 60 questions, and if all these 60 questions, if the options whatever you have provided, if it is erased. Okay, if you lost this data like whatever you are submitted means you are attempted, you are not submitted finally. In the middle of the test if you face a such problem, means even though if you if you are failed means your system is turn off. Okay, but it should recover the data. Means when you again you start, okay, it should save whatever the options your response you are provided. Okay, it should save the response. I think this option is there, no, like suppose if anyone turn off, means if any such problems like turn off the laptop any, and you will restart again in the 5 minute, I think the answers will be saved, right? Yes, Madhuri.
Yes, sir. The timing of 20 minutes is given, sir, for resume.
Resume means your all the responses will be recorded safely.
Yes, sir.
I think yeah, during NFTQ time, I think Selena Kota and I think Pujita and all they faced such problem during their. I think they these two three girls they attempted the test from the college that time. So recovery from the failure, it is very important. Even though it means that is stress testing that they will analyze. Even though if there is uh, any failure and how you are recovering. And performance testing is to the main goal is to get an indication of how an application behaves under the regular parameters. Okay, regular parameters means normal. Load testing generate the increased load on a web application in is the main aim of load testing. Generating the increased load, generating increased load on a web application. So that it means we are checking. Stress testing aims to ensure that under a sudden high load for a sudden high load during some considerable duration, the server don't crash. It has happened. It is like in 2018. No, I was a coordinator for one of the Maharashtra government some TET teacher entrance eligibility test was there. Teacher, I think TET or something. Teacher eligibility test was there. Teacher eligibility test, and there are more people. They are attempted online test. It was online. It was an online test, and due to the due to the power failure means power failure as the system the people they are restarted almost 2 to 3 times they are restarted their system. Okay, because it was around a 3 hour test, and in that 2 to 3 times they faced a power problem and they restarted the test, and while restarting almost 5 to 10 minutes they lost the time. Okay, to restart again. So that time the people they faced a problem, and the people they won't understand all these such situations. Okay, even though it was resumed, means the whatever the time was there, no, that it was paused that particular time, and once they restart, okay, but that software it was like for some people it was resumed, and some people it was the timer was running. For some people, like suppose the 10 to 1 p.m. test, so for some people it is ended, means even though they are restarted but time was continuously it was running, and for some people it was extended like 110 the time. Okay, because the means during that time it was the time was like resumed, means paused that particular time. Okay, for some candidates means because the system was turned off, and time was paused, and when they started and again it is resumed, so their test is ended at 110, and some people their test is ended at the 1 p.m. So here as the people they are blaming, Like why you are providing more time to these guys? Okay, so it was a mistake. Means it is a, you can say it is a mistake in the software only, because as at a time the people are they restarted, like they took 4 to 5 minutes. But for some people it is ended exactly 1 p.m. They started the test 10 a.m. and 1. Some people there it is extended because the time duration or it was paused for some people. So it is a some mistake with the software. So we need to check all such load, stress testing and all. Otherwise, it will be, because what happens, no, the people will they give the complaints, like like they give the some written application, like the students, some of the students they got extra time during the examination. Okay, so such time what happens, they blame on the organization where the software means, if we find, if we found that if it is a problem of the software, then it is a loss to the organization, because they are deployed a software without doing any testing. And it was like during the like such any abnormal condition, it is giving some, okay, different results. So it is lost to the organization. So this performance testing is very important. The resource usage, availability, reliability of the product are validated under the testing during the performance testing. The load testing, the attributes which are checked in the load test are peak performance, server quantity, the response time and all. We'll test, we'll check the response time, server quantity, the size of the server, and stress testing, the kind of testing check the stability, response time, the security. In performance time testing, the load limits is both below or above the threshold of a break. There will be some standard limit, and load testing load the limit is a threshold for a break. Means there will be a particular like to break any application, there will be a threshold condition. Okay, if there are like if 1 lakh people if they log in at a time, okay, it will break the system. There will be some threshold, because it's if you suppose if your application it should support 1 lakh, means you should pay for more, like for the server, for their configuration and all. Okay, so if you see the one example performance testing, like checking the concurrent users, HTTP connections. As most of the time we face this problem, HTTP connections continuously will hit that particular button, refresh HTTP connection, or checking the suitable response time and all. Then the load testing or the test of word processor by making change a large volume of the data. Okay, like test a printer. Like suppose if in the word application, means a general example. This WordPad, suppose WordPad. Suppose in this particular WordPad, if I insert object, like if I add some video file or a heavy like large pixel pictures and all. Okay, so this is WordPad and not MS Office. Okay, so what happens now? This particular file it take more time to open. Okay, suppose the pictures meant there are some low quality pictures, like their size will be very less in terms of KB, and in some of the high quality pictures also they're like 10 MB size, 15 MB size, high quality pictures. If we add in this particular WordPad, then it won't work properly. Okay, because of the heavy size, heavy load. Okay, stress testing casually the shutdown and restart the port of a large network. So performance testing, validating that application performs properly and confirm the performance needs of business. And even we in a normal student project, we won't think all these, like we consider in a professional projects only. the okay, but we should think about all such parameters: the performance testing, load testing, stress testing, all for our student projects. Also, we should think to improve the performance. Okay, because it is very important, performance testing. If you are developing any product, okay, you should mention like these parameters. Okay, you are mainly focusing on the features and functionality, your features and functionality of the application, but along with this you should focus on the performance testing also. This is very important so that it work properly at the client side. Okay. Okay, so in the next class we'll have a discussion on other type of testing. Okay, other type of testing, system testing. Okay, like installation testing, regression testing, smoke testing, sanity. So these are all type of system testings. Okay, these are all type of the system testing. Okay. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can ask, or if you have faced like such testing issues, like working with application and all. If you have any your observation, you can share, or if you have any other questions, you can ask any questions. Yes, any questions, Vishwanath?
No, sir.
Oh. Is there Pujita? Pujita Varade, no? Mm. And what about you people have received the Infosys mail, no? I think all of you received the Infosys mail, and it is like on 3rd October, no? 3rd October, your test. Yeah, Pujita. So have you completed your process, that persistent? Okay. What about the HR assessment? Have you received the HR assessment mail? Okay, 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 okay. You can leave. Mm, Vishesh, Vishesh Dwivedi. When I got again for HR assessment of the persistent, when I got a mail again for HR assessment of persistent, I mistakenly used another mail ID, and now it is giving that my original. When I got mail again means a second time HR assessment. Second time HR assessment. I mistakenly used another mail ID, and now it is giving that my original ID is invalid. Now it is taking only my another ID. Okay. So with your original ID you are attempted once. You are attempted your one HR. Okay. After that again you are issued a second time the HR, and that you are attempted with the different mail ID. Okay, and now Now it is saying that your second mail ID, your first original, okay, this mail ID, it is showing that it is invalid. Okay. Hmm. It is showing invalid. Original means you are done your test with this particular mail ID. Using the link of the first mail, it is showing that I completed the HR assessment, but in the second mail, I gave my mail ID is invalid. In one mail, it is taking only one ID at a time, giving the other ID. Okay, so using the link of first mail, it is showing that I completed the HR assessment. Okay, so with the original mail ID, it is showing that your HR assessment is completed. Okay. Okay. Okay, and using the link of the first email, it is showing that I completed the chart, but in the second mail, it gives that my ID is invalid. In one mail, it is taking only one ID at a time. Okay, means you are already attempted with the second mail ID. With the second mail ID, you are already attempted. Okay, so the thing is that with the original mail ID, it is showing your HR assessment is completed, and second mail ID, that different mail ID you are attempted. What you do, one thing is that here with one mail ID, it is showing clearly that you are attempted. With the same mail ID, your online test is completed, your technical interview is completed, your HR assessment is also completed. Okay, so it is clear that with one mail ID you are done with one mail ID, that is original mail ID, you are done with the process. Okay, so what you do, if possible, you can have a discussion with the TPO, like this is the thing happened. Okay, and in that particular record with one original mail ID you are completed the process. Okay, so no need to worry, no need to worry, because with one mail ID, that is original mail ID, you are completed. Okay, and in the second means second time HR assessment also you are received, and you are attempted with the different mail ID, and it is taking only once. You cannot give with the multiple mail ID. No need to worry. Okay, no need to worry. But if possible, okay, you can mail to help desk. Okay, mail to help desk, or you can have a discussion with the TPO, like this is the happened, what to do, but you have to clearly explain what happened. You have to explain clearly, and no need to worry, because in their particular process, you are done, you are completed the process with one mail ID. Okay, no need to worry. Okay, no need to worry. There will be any no problem. But if they do like any some analysis and all, and if there is any mismatch in the mail ID, that time it will be a problem. But that's why it is the safer side is you have to, if you communicate no to TPO, or better you should communicate to TPO. Okay, like so that the TPO, like they aware about this situation, like by mistakenly you are attempted with the second mail ID, and if anything happens they can have a discussion with the HR. Yeah, you contact with the TPO and first you clearly explain what happened. Means with one mail ID you are successfully done the process. Okay, so you have a discussion. Okay, you can have the discussion with your TPO, but you should clearly explain what happened. That is very important. Okay. Okay, if you have any other question, you just mention in the comment so that I'll